What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be with you guys this morning on this Saturday. Nice September day. Man, I'm so thankful that the weather is getting better. It's not in the hundreds anymore. Man, I am just having a great day so far, and I hope you are too. Thank you for joining my show today, Riding the Peptides with Chad Boney. Today, we're going to talk about something that has just kind of been on my mind for a while now, for the last, I don't know, few weeks. And the more people that talk to me about this, the more reason to talk about this. So going back through some of my comments that I've had over the last year, I've had people ask me stuff like, Chad, why is this weight loss medicine GLP that I'm on, whether that be Mounjaro or Ozempic, Wegovy, Trulicity, Victoza, all of these GLP-1s. So I've said, well, maybe you need to titrate and go to the next dosage. Maybe you need to cut out, some carbs in your life. Maybe you need to cut out some calories. There's different reasons why people struggle with losing weight, and everybody is different. Nobody is the same. Everybody has a different chemistry as far as their body makeup. We're all made the same, but everybody reacts and responds differently to medication. So, Jennifer, welcome. Scott, welcome to the channel today. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We got Health Innovations from Kansas City in here today. A great source. We're going to talk about them today. A great source for sourcing your GLP-1. So if you're having a hard time finding your GLP-1, maybe you're on a 15 milligram. I know right now they're back in stock, but everything's been on a short list with the FDA. And, these are great options to go check out because they will offer a compounded GLP-1 at a better price. So I will talk more about Health Innovations just in a little bit. So again, welcome, Scott. Welcome, Jennifer. Great to have you today. If you're joining live today with me, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're taking, what GLP you're taking, what weight loss have you had since you've been on it? Are you diabetic? Is your A1C good? Is it bad? Let's just get active in the chat today. Let's have a good time. This is what we're doing this for, to help everyone out on their journey with weight loss and their diabetes. Everybody struggles at some point when you're a diabetic with trying to find the right source for you. What's the right medication? For years, guys, I'm telling you, for years, almost 14 years, I struggled with diabetes, not having it under control. A1C 11 the last time before I got on a GLP-1. And thank God the GLP-1 has changed my life for the better. Not only have I lost weight, my A1C is down to about 6. Everything else in my life is just fallen in place because I have a better understanding of my health and where I'm at. And guys, I can feel confident I'm going to live past my 40s unless I get hit by a train or something. Anyways, guys, so if you're new to GLP-1s and you're a friend of mine coming on here, just know that there is a lot of information out there about GLP-1s. And one place you can find it is right here on this channel. If you have followed me for the last year, you will find over 300 videos on my channel on Mounjaro, whether that be something just a short video of talking about what's going on in my life as far as the GLP-1, or maybe it's an actual video explaining the benefits that I have figured out when it comes to these side effects. And don't we all know that these side effects sometimes are really, really incredibly horrendous, when it comes to the gut-wrenching, pun intended, medication side effects, the GI issues. And that's one thing I'm going to talk about in this video as well today, the stream, the show. So welcome. I'm so glad you've made it today to Riding the Peptides. We got Carla in the house, Carla Jones, Louisiana. Now, if you're from Louisiana, I talked to somebody the other day, you're not really from Louisiana until you say Louisiana like Louisiana. It's not Louisiana, it's Louisiana. Louisiana, type 2 diabetes, 7.5 milligrams. Her A1C went down from 11 to 6, lost 21 pounds, lost a lot of weight, and she's going into her 4th month. Man, that is incredible. Great job, Carla. Great job. Jennifer is a type 2 diabetic. She's lost 62 pounds with 5 milligrams of Mounjaro, and she is from Nebraska. Wow, guys. Another Midwestern. I'm from Kansas, and it's so good to have you guys on here today. I'm just going to say this right now. We do have a members chat that we're going to be doing before long. And also don't forget about the super chats. You get highlighted in your comments a lot of times. Is this not so much maybe now, but as this channel continues to grow, we will have more people coming into the live stream. It'll be harder to read your comments. And if you are a super chat member, you will be able to have your comment highlighted and shown up on the screen where I would actually be able to read it live and give you a shout out. So anyways, any support helps this little small channel. So it is growing. It's small, but it is mighty when it comes to getting you guys the information that you need. So today we're not really talking about news. We talk about what's the latest trending news in GLP-1s. I will say a little side note, a little off the script today. Ridingthepeptidesshow has the studies have been showing that it's been doing really, really good with weight loss. So that's kind of promising, really exciting to see that come out. It is not approved by the FDA, and so it's still out there. If you do, side note, find similar, I keep saying TIRZEPATIDE, Semaglutide. If you do see the ridingthepeptidesshow out there for sale, do not take it, because it is going to be something that is off-label and not approved and not even probably safe that we know of. It could be safe. We don't know, but I definitely wouldn't be buying anything off the black market when it comes to a medication that's going to alter your chemistry and what's going on inside. So with that said, we're not going to talk about news today. We're going to talk about personal testimony. We're going to talk about Mounjaro. We're going to talk about 15 milligrams and how powerful it is, and why I am choosing to go to 12.5 milligrams. Okay. There's a reason for that. So make sure you stay around and check this stream out, this show. We're going to talk about reasons why, after being on Mounjaro for a year and even switching to Trulicity, dulaglutide, and also starting on Ozempic, which is your semaglutide, why I have elected to stay with Mounjaro and why I am choosing to go down in my dosage. So again, if you're joining the stream today, I'd love to give you a shout out. I'd love to see what you're doing as far as your diabetes, where you're at weight loss wise, and all that, where you're tuning in from. So, all right, guys, so here we go. I've been on Mounjaro since June of last year. Okay. I started out with the 2.5, and a lot of you guys, I'm sorry if you've heard this 1,000 times. I'm saying it for new people. I've had it for almost, I don't know, 10 months maybe now, almost 10 months. And after the first month of being on 2.5, I just continued. I did really well on it. Went from 2.5 to 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, all the way to 15, and did great on it. Then I had a big issue with insurance back at the beginning of the year, had to get off of it. They forced me to take Trulicity, which is a bunch of baloney. I don't think, side note, that insurance should be telling our doctors what we need to be taking. So if you agree with that, put a big old thumbs up in the comments today. But I went to Trulicity and it didn't do jack for me. I would take that back. It did do something for me. It made me put weight on. It made my numbers go up, and I just absolutely failed on it, just like I did Ozempic when I started. Mounjaro has been the only thing so far as of this moment that has done wonders for me. So as I said, I was on 15, and fortunately, when I got off of it for a month, I came back to 15, and I've done fine on that. I never had any really big issues with coming back from not having it for a month and starting back at 15. I did go to Trulicity, and I was on their middle dosage. I wasn't on the highest or the lowest. I was just mid-range. But again, it didn't do jack for me. Came back, got a 3-month supply, and I do have videos on this talking about this. But I got the 15 milligrams, and it has done wonders for me. And so with that said, I have lost a lot of weight, guys. I've lost a ton of weight. I wanted to post a picture, 2 of them on here, and I will on my community page. I don't know if you guys follow me on my community page on my YouTube channel, but I do a lot of posts on there of different things I reviewed to save you money with discounts. But I do a lot of things when it comes to GLP-1s as far as explaining different things and news, and also something like this. I'm going to be posting a video, or a picture rather, of my before picture and as of right now, what I took this morning in the bathroom. So I'm going to show you how much weight I've actually lost. Now, with that said, I know it's hard right now to kind of tell how much weight I've lost, but I will say this. I was in a size 40 one time, and for years I was at a 38, and then I was at 36 for a good year to 3 years maybe before I got on Mounjaro. And then about 6 months later, I was down to a 34. And now I'm at a 34, and my chains are getting loose again. I'm telling you guys, 34 down from a 40. I just bought these new jeans like 3 months ago, and they're already falling off. And I don't like it, guys. I know a lot of you guys want the weight loss, and I think it's great. I wanted weight loss, but when you get to a point where you've lost so much weight and you don't want to lose any more weight, you start having to consider what you're doing and how are you going to put weight on. Now, obviously, I do have a regimen when it comes to working out and trying to build muscle, but if I'm trying to build muscle and I'm still dropping weight, it kind of, I don't know, some people may get on here and say, well, you know, you need to do this way. You're not absolutely right in this and that. I don't know all the answers, guys. I'm not telling you I'm a doctor and I'm a scientist and I know all the facts of how to lose weight and exactly how to have a perfect proportion of muscle and fat. I don't know, but I will say this. My start to that is moving down to 12.5. And this is my plan, guys, and this is what I'm going to do. If you're in the same situation, I encourage you to check out your options, and maybe this might be a good option for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm coming down from 15. I'm going to 12.5. I'm going to check my numbers, and I'm going to see if my numbers are stable. If my numbers are stable and my weight is stable, I will stay at 12.5. If my if my weight is stable and not going up, because I do want to put on a few pounds when I'm working out. So if my numbers are stable, I'm not putting any weight on, I may go down to 10. I just want to check it out and test it out, guys. I want to test the waters out and see what is my sweet spot. Now, for years, that's not true. It's not for years. For the last several, I don't know, since I got on Mounjaro, so what is that, a year and 3 months? For the last year, I've always thought 15 is the king. It is the best thing ever. And I'm sure for people that are absolutely massively, incredibly obese and they struggle with weight loss, that is probably absolutely just a perfect statement. It is the king. It has the most milligrams when it comes to TIRZEPATIDE in the Mounjaro. But what do you do for somebody that has lost the weight? Do you stay on 15 milligrams? If you keep losing weight past what you don't want to lose, you know, you lose it all, you have no butt, you don't have, you know, you start losing muscle mass. You know, obviously I have not worked out like I should as far as muscle building when I've been on Mounjaro. So I will credit that may have, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with that. I could have worked out and lifted weights while I was taking the Mounjaro for the last year and 3 months, but I didn't. But with that said, what does somebody do if they've lost so much weight and they keep losing weight? You might want to try to start moving down. And that's what I'm doing. I'm moving down. There's another side of it too. What do you do if you have horrible, horrible side effects? Now, if you have been on this medication long enough, or maybe you're just starting and you're starting to experience this, you have horrible side effects sometimes. The GI side effects has led some people to the hospital, you know, where they've gotten pancreatitis and all these GI issues that are very, very, very dangerous. And, you know, I'm telling you that these are real issues. Now, for me, thankfully, I've never had to go to the hospital. I've never been to the ER. I've never went to the doctor really, like an emergency care or anything like that. But I have had my moments where I have been in the bathroom for like an hour to an hour and a half with like the feeling of a knife in my stomach, of just hurting tremendously. And it, thank God it doesn't stay that way. I mean, it goes away, but sometimes, and even today to this moment, the constipation is real. It's incredible. There's medication out there that can combat it. And I will do a video on that at a later time when I start taking this medication to test it out and see how it works for me. But with that said, there are things out there like, the powder that you can get at the store. You can get different things, you can get fiber and put it in your drinks. That's odorless, tasteless. But it's still, to this point, it's still the highest dosage you go, the more side effects are possible and the more intense they are. So with that said, I'm kind of excited to see how this works, moving down as far as the side effects and as far as the weight loss and weight gain, I should say. I will say this also. One thing that kind of sparked the idea in my mind was obviously people telling me, you're losing way too much weight. Chad, you don't need to lose any more weight. You are down to nothing. No, okay. I'm about 195 to 200 pounds. I was at 300 and probably 301, 302 in another lifetime of mine. Before I got married, I was a big guy. So I joke around and I say, I know my wife will never leave me because she married me when I was 300 pounds. And now I'm about 195 pounds. So, but with that said, guys, I wanted to say when I could not get on the 15 milligrams, I had to go down to 12.5. Now, when 15 milligrams was not available recently, and I'm saying within the last 2 months, a lot of people tried to go to 12.5 and that wasn't even available. And then 10 wasn't available. All these ones weren't available. And then some came available. So what I ended up finding was the 12.5. I found the 12.5 and that's what I chose to do because it was the closest to the 15 milligrams. So when I went to 12.5, I was kind of, leery because I had had people ask me in the past, I'm at a weight loss stall. I can't lose any weight. Do you think it would help by going down in the dosage and maybe going back up? And I said, at that point I was kind of, leery and not really educated when it came to, just experience and what I've seen. I've just considered and chalked it up as, if your hunger isn't there, if you're still hungry, I just completely contradicted myself. If you are still hungry and the appetite suppression has not happened and it's not working on, let's say 15, I don't think it's probably a good idea to go down to 12.5 because I don't think it's going to work if the 15 didn't. And that was my mindset. That was kind of how I was thinking. And as well as weight loss, if you haven't lost any weight on 15, I don't think you should move down to 12.5 because 15 is the king. Now, with that said, guys, I've been at a weight loss stall for a long time. I was at 15 and I got down to 200 pounds and I'd go from 200 to like 205, 200 to 205 for the longest time on 15 milligrams over this last year. Since, I don't want to say last year, I'd say probably since the end of last year, I was about 200 pounds. So with that said, when I went down to 12.5, it's crazy. I don't even understand how, but I dropped down to 200. And then all of a sudden I was down to 195 pounds when I got back on the 15 milligrams. So I was at 12.5 after I came down from 15. I could not find the 15 milligrams, went to 12.5. When I went to 12.5, I dropped down to 200 pounds. I was about 200 pounds, 199 pounds. And then when I went back to 15, because the king was back in the house, I started noticing that I dropped down to about 195 pounds. So that might be an option for you. If you have a weight loss stall today, this might be a chance for you to say, I want to maybe drop down to the dosage below for about a month just to try it out and then move back up to where you were, because it's not necessarily, at least for me, it did not affect my numbers. My blood sugars was still good on 12.5. For that month, it wasn't long term. So I don't know over, several months what it would have done. But for that 1 month, the 12.5 did fine, did great for me. it suppressed my appetite still. So I did not see any difference when it came to my appetite suppression. I did hardly ever eat anymore, guys. I don't know where you're at today in life. If you eat very much when you're on a GLP-1, I would love to know in the comments. I would love to have an interactive chat with you when it comes to ways that you can enhance your weight loss taking a GLP-1. You may be taking this GLP-1 and eating like you used to. That's one thing I will say that you don't want to do. I have been in that, but I want to tell you, if you ever should have to get off the GLP-1, you're going to be in some big trouble, because this is a great time to take advantage of the appetite suppression that you will get from this GLP-1 and try to make better decisions when it comes to what you're putting in your mouth as far as food. You also want to look at activities, enhance your activities. You may not be able to do very much. It may be too hard to get to the gym. It may be too hard to go jogging or running because your joints, or maybe just whatever it may be. There are things that you can take or things that you can do to take little steps to better yourself. Maybe it might be just, a few steps a day more than the last day. Maybe you need to get a Apple Watch or some type of watch that'll, count your steps. Take a few more steps a day, but also there are also ways to enhance weight loss as far as what you eat in your diet. And I will do probably a members chat on that eventually, things personally in my life from the last year, actually from the last 14 years that I've seen come and go, trends and things that I have found that have actually helped me, like literally helped me lose weight. And not in a bad way. I mean, a steady, slow weight loss that is consistent. Because anything that's like this is not good for you. Anybody will tell you, if you lose weight overnight out of nowhere, it's not good for your body. It's not good for your joints. It's not good for everything. It's just not meant to be. But if you have a steady routine, how to lose weight, it's all about your diet and what you take, what you put in, and just doing a little bit of activities, that will get you to where you need to go. And taking a GLP-1 like this will definitely enhance that and give you the benefits. With that said, I will also say this. I'm going to drop a link below, and I'll have it in the description as well. Things that will help you on your GLP-1 medication. You don't want to take a GLP-1 without taking a vitamin and having your nutrients, because if you're not eating, you're losing your nutrients. You're not having any vitamins. And plus, we all are malnutrition when it comes to these medications. As far as vitamins, we never take enough vitamins, enough minerals in the foods we eat today. It's just something that we have to add, and we have to take and keep up with our bodies. Joint pain, all that stuff. Neuropathy. For me, neuropathy was incredible. It was horrible. I still struggle with neuropathy. If I don't take my medication, I feel it. And I don't know about you, but man, neuropathy absolutely, excuse my French, sucks. It really stinks. And so with that said, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to talk about the sponsor of this video, of this stream, of this show right now. This is a sponsor, a pharmacy right in the middle of Missouri. Actually, it's south of Missouri, I believe. But it is in Kansas City, and he is in the room today. This is Scott. And we're going to be talking about, Scott's his last name, James Scott. I say Scott because I look at his name on the screen. Great Scott. Great Scott. We're talking about James Scott today here with Health Innovation, straight out of Kansas City. Now, you may be distant. That's fine, because they can still help you. And if you are looking for your medication, whether that be Semaglutide, TIRZEPATIDE, dulaglutide, whatever the case may be, they can hook you up with a cheaper price. Now, you don't have to go by the Mounjaro brand or the Lilly brand of Mounjaro, or the Novo Nordisk brand of Ozempic or Wegovy. I guess you can't really buy Ozempic if you're just looking to lose weight. But if you're looking to lose weight and you can't get approved by insurance, give my brother over there, James, a call, and he'll hook you up. He'll help you out. Also, I'm going to read the information as far as where you can find his information, where to call. You can call 1-816-298-7980, and he'll answer over there. And if not, you can leave a message. You can also find their information at healthinnovationskc.com. Again, I'll drop the information below, as I do in most of my videos that he sponsors on this channel, below in the description. So you can go check him out and give him a call if you need. If your insurance covers, great. But sometimes, and a lot of times actually, insurance doesn't want to cover because your health or your employer does not want to cover any of these GLP-1s because they're outrageously expensive if you don't. So he will give you a good price over there. So with that said, guys, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to give myself a shot. I'm going to show you how I do it. I know I think the last stream I forgot to do it. I said I was going to do it. But I'm trying to do this on my stream. So if you're new, I have a lot of friends that may be tuning in. And obviously, if you don't, I do other things on this channel. I do reviews of several things, but I also do a lot of men's grooming things to help save money and help people figure out what exactly they want. But with that said, this is a big place for my Mounjaro needs as far as talking about things that's going on with me when it comes to GLP-1s. This is a great space that I get to share with the other stuff. And, that's why I've made a show to stream every Saturday, same time, 11 a.m. every Saturday morning. So if you're free Saturday mornings, clear your schedule. If you want to talk, you want to chat, you want to drop comments in the chat today, or whenever. This is what we do. This is why we do it. We're here to help each other. You help me, I help you. We're just all moving together in this Mounjaro weight loss, Ozempic, Wegovy journey, whether it be glutide, semaglutide, TIRZEPATIDE, moving on eventually to ridingthepeptidesshow probably, and several different ones, Victoza, Saxenda, all of them, guys. We talk about this on this channel. So now, in one of my videos, I talked about that I give these in my thighs. I alternate, and I still do. I do that mainly with my basal insulin that I take every night. But with that said, I've been doing it in my arms, and I try to switch them out. So today I'm going to do it in my arm. I'm going to show you how it works. So you're just going to take this cap, and you're going to turn it to unlock. There's a lock mechanism right here. Just turn to green, and you're just going to put it on your arm, just like, I don't know if you can see that, just like that. And you just push the button, count to 3 or whatever, and you'll hear a click, and then you'll hear a second click. And when you hear the second click, it's already been injected. So see how easy this is. 1, 2. That's it, guys. Super easy. Not even an issue. A lot of people get scared of shots. They don't want to take injections. Man, these are the easiest injections you can take. I've taken needles for a long time, and I deal with them. They're tiny, tiny needles, but a lot of people, when they hear needles, they freak out and go, "Oh, I don't want to take needles." This one is super easy, super easy. And most of the GLPs will come like this. Now, obviously, things like Victoza, you have to actually have a needle that you put on the end of it. But the Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro, Trulicity, all of these ones that are in a pen like this, they make it so easy, don't they, guys? If you feel like you've been scared of needles for a long time and you started taking this and it's a lot easier, drop a big old thumbs up in the chat down. Actually, don't do a thumbs up. We already asked for a thumbs up earlier. Just do a bullseye. Yeah, do a bullseye if you've ever been scared of needles and you started taking these GLP-1s and you find out, man, these are a lot easier than I ever thought. So, all right, we've got Shelbel in the house today. Mounjaro 10 milligrams, type 2 diabetes, lost 40 pounds, but stalled the last 6 weeks, and she's from Connecticut. Well, Shelbel, you might want to check into possibly, if you've been on the Mounjaro for 10 milligrams, for a while, you may look into maybe moving down to 7.5 just for a month, just to see if it does anything good for you, if it helps you out with that. Sometimes going down 1 milligram and then going back up, it just does something. I don't know why. At least it did for me. So anyways, guys, so if you have any questions, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys checking out the show today, showing up. Again, we do this every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Usually, I've been kind of running late, to be honest with you, and I apologize. Once again, I said last week I'm running late, but next week I won't, and here I am running late again. So I got great news. As you see behind me, this is a kitchen where I'm in, but great news is I'm building my studio, and it should be done very, very soon. So once that's done, you won't have to worry about it. It'll all be set up. It'll all be nice and tidy, and we will have a great time. I'm still trying to navigate different things to make this stream even better. I will be having some people come on here, interviews of interesting people that have lost a lot of weight trying out Mounjaro. So very excited about that. If you have a Mounjaro story that you would like me to share, and if it's one that I decide that this is one that would be worth sharing, send me an email, chadboneyReviews@gmail.com. I would love to read your story. I would love to help you out. Again, this is a community where we can come together and get encouraged, but not only encouraged, we can get information, share ideas, share what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what's coming out, guys. I mean, the news. So you won't find any fake news on this channel. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you once again joining me today. And let's see here. We got Judy Pointer says, "Hi, Chad. Thank you for all of your great information. Type 2 diabetes, down almost 30 pounds since June. Nice. We'll see my doctor Monday and try to get on the 10 milligrams. Awesome job, Judy. Awesome job. If I had a little deal right now for applause, I would do it, but I don't. Not yet. So with that said, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I don't want to take your whole Saturday up. So I hope that you guys join me next Saturday. If you know anybody that is interested in GLP-1s or anybody that's on Mounjaro, Ozempic, Trulicity, Victoza, or any of these weight loss drugs, and they would be benefited by joining this stream, go ahead and share the stream with them. I'm going to post another stream to be ready to go for next Saturday. So if you can do me a favor, go to that link that I'm going to drop in my community tab and just click notify. It'll notify you when I go live, and that way you don't have to miss it. So it makes it so much easier. And so again, if you're joining, would love to have you be a part of my membership, a part of my channel. I'm going to be doing live chats for members only, and it'll be a lot smaller than the chats that we will have on the open broadcast. But we're going to talk about some things that are very interesting. We're going to talk about some things that I think will really, really help you. I mean, I'm going to pull all the little details and nuggets that I found over the last year and a half, actually over the last 14 years, that have really, really, really helped me with my diabetes journey, go from 300 down to 195 pounds. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope that you are encouraged, and we will see you guys next Saturday at 11 o'clock. Have a great week, guys. See you later.